beachcombing and mudlarking at Lyme Regis.
Put it this way, if you get over, you're going on your own. I'm not coming with you. Ooh, look at that. You'd swear that I'd be coming in, not going out. The smell is absolutely gorgeous. If you could be here smelling these. Right, we've been busy mudlarking. I'm tired, I need a rest. So I'm going for a paddle. Do you want to come with me? Come on then, pop your wellies on and let's go in. There goes the bin man. Just because it's a holiday destination doesn't mean that normal life doesn't go on. So here we are on the beach. People are in the sea. It's a bit too cold really to get in the sea, well for me anyway, but the sun is shining, the sea is glistening, but we're going to go for a walk in that direction, see if we can find any treasure.
Back at one of our favourite places, because this beach genuinely allows us to search not only the sands for the treasures that are washed in by the sea, but also the mud as it erodes the bankings and brings out the debris from the past. So fossils, possibly, sea glass, probably, and bits of junk of all sorts, most definitely. Let's go have a look as we enjoy ourselves here on a sunny day on the south coast of England at the Jurassic coast.
There at the bottom of the steps. Well, the bottom of the steps under the water. Phil was wondering whether he could get across. What do you reckon?
I'm just going to try the stepping stones. They're underwater. I've got to go between the waves because they are quite big.
Let's have a look, see how the waves are coming in on that stone.
I should point out this is a falling tide, so this tide's going out, it's not coming in. I would not be doing this if it was coming in.
Put it this way, if you get over, you're going on your own. I'm not coming with you. Ooh, look at that. You'd swear that I'd be coming in, not going out.
There we go.
Really hate it. Going to be a perfect explorer. Daft as a brush. The problem is now Phil is getting over there and getting very wet. You can't actually get to anything interesting for quite a while. Because if I turn the camera round, it's just stones and we want to see the beach. And the sand which is under there. Well done, now what are you going to do?
Yeah, catch you!
No, thank you. You'll be fine. Woo-hoo-hoo, he says. Hang on to me, I'll lead the way. I don't feel very safe. Fortunately this tide is going out, I would never be doing this. I think I'm bonkers trying it anyway. Am I going to be okay?
You'll be fine, dear!
Woo, we made it. That was not a fun experience. But we are over this side of the beach, but I want to stay right away from the cliffs up there because I've already seen little bits trickling down, so it doesn't look terribly safe. Let's go see if we can find any treasure. The sea is looking lovely today, but why have we come to Lyme Regis? Well, yes, we've come for the scenery, we've come for the sea air, but we've also come to find some treasures. Now, I am particularly looking for metal treasure today. Phil is looking for sea glass, but we're also going to keep our eyes open for anything else. Fossils are always a lovely find. You can find fossils that can't be moved, but generally the fossil hunters beat you to the good fossils. So let's see what we can find for an hour on Lyme Regis and see if you think it's worth a visit. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. There's the sea. Here are some rocks, and look in this rock here. It's a huge ammonite fossil. Look at that. The rock though is so big, if I put my foot there, we're not taking that home. Look at the weight of that. Lovely though. Look at this stone here. Now is that a bit of an ammonite fossil? Or is it part of a spine of a huge dinosaur? I'm not quite sure. It's definitely something fossilised. Move that out of the way. Look at that. Can you imagine how exciting it is if that was a full-size dinosaur vertebra? It could be. And down here when I was looking, oh, I put a stone on my welly. A nice chunk. Crazy glass. What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
I've got some finds I want to show you.
Right.
Just picked them up as I'm walking along, but I've settled down here to do it because look, it's my biggest find.
Oh, it's got my shadow out of the way. Wow.
It's mobile, but I don't think we'll be taking it away.
It looks a bit heavy.
But one of the things I wanted to point out is, because of these huge rocks with these beautiful fossils in, if you come to this bay, you're guaranteed to see prehistoric fossils.
Yep.
You may have one, a tiny one to take home, but you'll definitely see them because the history is all around us. But here's some more modern stuff, because glass is turning up.
There you go, it's one bit.
Another.
And down here. It's better you're not out of the shadow. This new camera tends to white everything out.
Do you want to put them on the stone?
Yes, I put them on the stone.
Look at that, so bottom of a wine glass, I think.
Yes, it looks like
It's been melted
in a fire, yeah.
in a fire and then worn down so there's not a sharp edge on it. And then this lovely chunk.
Oh yeah.
And here's a bit of colour. Now there, it looks almost black. But I think if you hold it up to the sun, you will see.
Oh, it's amber glass.
My first piece of pottery, and it's a boot. And it provides a mystery for our friends to try and solve for us.
So I'll say is it plain or patterned, but I assume this is patterned. Oh,
It's got a verse, but I've no idea what it is because it's very
carefully the purest in, or purest so carefully prepared, possibly the purest something. Oh, that's really nice. There's a fair age to that.
Found it under a rock as I was walking, just on the edge of a rock, so it's looking good.
Right.
Because this tide is falling now for the next 3 hours and won't be back up here for another 6. But we'll be going for lunch before then.
Yes. When we're out mudlarking, sometimes we walk a long way, or we're a long way from home, or we've got a very long day ahead. And so sometimes we like to take some snacks. Well, most of the time we like to take some snacks. And I thought you might like to see one of the snacks that I like to make because it's so simple. And it's ginger cookies or ginger nut biscuits. To make these is very simple. We just need 100 grams of self-raising flour, 40 grams of sugar, 50 grams of butter. The camera's at a really weird angle, so I'm trying my best to show everything, but I have to check the screen to make sure you can see things. Then we have 2 teaspoons of ginger, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, which I think the Americans call baking soda. Not sure on that one. And we're going to need 2 tablespoons of syrup. Over in Britain, we tend to use Lyle's golden syrup. I'm not sure what other countries would use. This is really nice. I like this in sandwiches. Bread, butter, and put some golden syrup in. Really tasty. Right, to make these ginger snaps, there is a certain order you have to do things in. So I've measured everything out because you watching me weigh things could be a little bit boring. So first of all, we have to line a tin. Here's one I lined earlier. Now normally I would use some sort of baking parchment, but Phil bought a really weird foil, which I'll show you. I've never seen this. Non-stick kitchen foil. No sticking, no cleaning, no worries. So I thought, oh, I'll try using that. So this is a bit of an experiment for me too. Right, so into my bowl, which is my favourite set. June Rose on Pyrex or JAJ because it's UK. Right, we need 100 grams of flour. And we also mix in the bicarb and the ginger. And now I bring it over here and we'll give it a little stir. Just mix it all in. Very therapeutic this. If you've had a stressful day or you've had a stressful morning even, make yourself some cookies for lunch. Because it's just very tactile. A lovely thing to do and so easy. Right, so that's done. Now we add the sugar. And give that a stir as well. The only thing with measuring everything beforehand is look at all these dishes. My washing up is going to pile up. Next thing we need is some melted butter. So I've got my pan. Let's move that out of the way. Not that this is terribly exciting, but I thought I'd show it you anyway. And I didn't put this in a bowl. I chopped the end off the butter and hey, it was exactly the right weight. Give or take a few grams. And with cookies, you haven't got to be 100% accurate. Pop that in there and we're going to melt that. Normally I would keep this to use to grease the tin, but I don't have to because I've got my extra special non-stick foil on my tin. I don't know if it's going to work. We will find out. If not, we'll just have scrambled cookies. Well, I thought I had my camera on when I actually got the 2 tablespoons of golden syrup out. Obviously not. So this is what it looks like when you've added the golden syrup to the melted butter. I'm trying to get the hang of this new camera and it's very awkward compared to the last one. Not very awkward, it's just enough to make you get things wrong all the time. Right then, we now get our dry mix. Make a little well in the centre and pour this in while stirring. We're hoping to get a bit of a dough. That's the plan. So I'm not going to put it all in just in case it's too runny, but we want quite a sloppy dough. How's that doing? Coming nicely. The smell, put my pan down, the smell is absolutely gorgeous. If you could be here smelling these. Ooh, that would be good. I could put the kettle on. We could all have some ginger snaps and coffee together. Shall I put the rest in or not? I can put a little bit more in. Oh, put it all in. What the heck. Right. So there we have what we're looking for. A nice gooey gloopy dough. Now the next bit is going to be messy, which suits me fine. So let's put this out of the way and bring in our tray. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my hands because this is a really sticky, messy job. And you just want to get yourself some walnut size lumps of dough and pop them on. Don't worry about flattening them. But the only thing is, make sure you have plenty of space between these lumps of dough because they will flatten themselves and they will run into each other. That could happen today. We'll find out. When I first made these, I ended up with just a solid, massive ginger cookie. Ginger cookies is, well, any sort of cookie is quite a new phenomenon, or name, I suppose, for most people in the UK. I grew up knowing anything like that as a biscuit. And so cookies is just something that always sounded very tasty and American, like they were nicer than our biscuits. But I do like the fact that cookies generally can be quite soft inside, whereas biscuits are generally hard. I did hear once somebody said the difference between a cookie and cake, or biscuits and cake, biscuits when they go stale go soft, and cake when it goes stale goes hard. But if you've made soft dough cookies with a soft centre, then I suppose they could go hard. I know the second day after I bought fresh cookies, they've been harder, so does that mean a cookie is almost a cake? So there we go, they're all different sizes, but that doesn't matter, and I now have very greasy hands. So the next thing to do is to turn the camera off, preheat the oven. I didn't preheat it while I was doing this because otherwise you'll have this terrible hum all the time. I think you can still hear the refrigerator anyway. So I'll turn the camera off, heat the oven, and I'll be back. Oven set for 190 degrees, so let's pop our cookies into the oven. In they go. And we want to set the timer for 12 to 14 minutes, so I'll set it for 12. And then we can check on them to see how they're doing at 12 minutes. Are they okay? Very difficult to see. I've got one of these ovens with a double door on the front, and you can clean the front and back, but you can't clean the bit between the glass. Well, you could, but you have to dismantle the door so it stays dusty. Right, we'll be back. Time to check. They're looking tasty. Time to take them out. Yes, I think we'll say they're done. Right, here we go. Take them off the baking tray and put them onto the cooling rack. This foil is really impressive. Look at that. Just give them a shake. They are completely loose on this tray. So we've got lots of cookies because there are only the two of us. Tim doesn't eat cookies, so they're all for us. If you want to double up on the amounts or triple up depending on how many people are in your family or how many cookies you want to eat, then it's simple enough to do, and as you can see it's a really easy recipe. So I'm going to let those cool, make a cup of coffee, and then we'll sample them and let you know what we think. So here we are with 1 plate of ginger cookies and 2 cups of coffee. So let's put these cookies to the taste test. Hello Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
Would you like to try our cookies?
I have been waiting all morning to try a cookie.
Right. Ooh, what's your verdict? Wait before you bite that. Did you go for one with a burnty edge?
Yes.
Yes, said he would, didn't I?
Oh, there we go.
Phil does love his burnt biscuits.
I am so predictable.
You are.
When I used to eat burgers, Caroline's burgers would be sort of this big, and mine would be sort of this big because I'd leave mine in the pan for an extra 10 minutes.
Yes.
I like my burnt food.
Right,
Okay,
so
let's try a biggie.
Ooh, they sound crunchy. Now, if you want to keep these as soft cookies, I'd say probably just to cook them for 10 minutes. So I'm going to pick the least cooked one and try that.
Oh, they're very nice.
Now this one.
Softer.
Doesn't make such a crunch. Soft inside, just the way I like it. And Phil's.
Mine are just the way I like it.
Yep.
There we are. We're like Jack Sprat, who ate no fat, and his wife, who ate no lean. But between the both of them, they licked the batter clean.
So we're going to have our coffee and cookies now, and let you get back to the mudlarking.
Cheers, everyone.
One thing you find on these beaches is you get a little hollow like this and it catches a few things. So I've seen some things already in here. Whoops, I'm falling over. We got this, which I think is the bell of an alarm clock. Let's take my shadow around here. Bell of an alarm clock. And there's something electrical-ish. It's a piece of tile, I'd say. Let's have a look. Is there anything else here? That's pretty glass. It's fairly smooth. And some green. Not a big chunk, but it's some glass. Let's have a look. Anything else? What's that? Oh, that's a little metal one of those. And that's about it. Oh, no, there's another piece of ceramic. A few things. Oh look, it's a fossil on a little piece of stone. Isn't it amazing? You find all these pretty stones, you find metal bits, ceramic bits, bits of sea glass and fossils all in one small area. It is amazing what you find here on Lyme Regis.
Want to see what I found?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, let me move my shadow.
There we go.
Wow, look at all that.
And as I was getting down to you, I noticed that.
Oh, a piece of pottery. That's pretty, look at that. I wonder what that was almost patterned and coloured both sides. Ooh, let's get some writing on the quality D something.
I'm finding these around the stone that I'm using to display my stuff.
There's quite a nice few pieces of river glass or sea glass.
And it's very good I'm finding sea glass today because I sent a game over to the States and they were so happy with it. They've now asked if they could have more bits of china for making jewellery and more sea and river glass. So I'm hoping to get some lovely pieces today to put in that collection to post out. So hopefully I'll have some nice pieces to send to Lisa, and I hope she's as happy with these as she was with the game.
Ooh, while you're talking, I've been looking around, I can't help it, and I found some more sea glass. Let's turn around. There's some there, and there's a piece of metal. Oh, there's a piece of blue pottery. That's nice, bit of teapot. Over there, that's the bit I'm looking for. Look at that, woo! That's been in a fire, so it's sort of ripply, but it's also quite smooth, so that's nice.
These I like.
Oh yes, I put my bits of glass there.
It's that similar effect to this, where they've been melted, but then rubbed into the water.
Very nice.
Oh, we're doing well today.
Yep. This has got a really interesting shape to it. Is it concrete or is it a stone or is it a fossil? I can't quite tell. It's very rounded though. Not sure what that is, but while I was looking I found a broken mud-glass pot. In the distance about there are some intrepid fossil hunters who are well ahead of us, but we're not really looking for fossils as such, we're looking for a bit of everything. So this is our view. It's a beautiful sunny day. And I like looking at the view and appreciating it. And then something catches my eye, so I've spotted something shining over here. Let's take you over for a look. Oh, before we do, is this glass a sort of light amber glass? Oh, that's nice. Lots of bits of glass there, but I want to see what this big lump of china is. There. Oh, that's possibly off some toilet or something like that. Oh, I've seen something else. You throw that away. What's this? Oh, that's ceramic and some sort of nozzle. What's got a ceramic nozzle on it? Oh, look. Here's some pretty china. Oh, I could spend hours on the beach here. There are so many things to see just in a small area. Quite often you go somewhere and you're looking for a while and you don't see things very often, but here, that's a pretty piece of burnt glass. And, oops, smooth glass. And here's another piece of china with a pattern on. There. And wherever you look, there is just something to see. The bits of glass. We're just going to have to take the ones we really want home because there is so much here that we just couldn't get it all back to the car. Put you down, I'll let you have a little look. See what you can see. Enjoy hunting on Lyme Regis Beach. What's that? Do you think that's possibly of a fireplace or a grate, something like that? Could be. Let's look what else is in this little area here. What there's? What do you think that is? Off a doorknob, perhaps? And another little bit of metal. Not sure what that is. Oh no, right where my foot was, here on this rock, we've got another fossil, an ammonite. Very nice. So look at that rock. Oh, that's a pretty rock. Look at that. It's black on the outside, red on the inside. Anything else? There's a nice big lump of green melted glass. I think I need to put my gloves on. Right, I'm all gloved up. Somehow I've ended up with my old gloves. I've left my new ones at home. Never mind. Let's have a look here. Oh, that's just a bit of... Oh, look what it is. It's ridge pottery. What is a Mudlark without ridge pottery? Oh. That looks like some sort of ribs or something. Bleached white. Ooh, what do you reckon? Oh, look at that. It's rubber, I think. Oh, it's not coming out. I say that's like some sort of rubber tyre off a pram or something. Oh well, I can stay there and tease lots of other people that they found ribs off something or other. Definitely, boing! Not. Lots of sea glass, so look at this. You can just pick it up all day long. No, that one's a bit sharp.
Found a brick! I found a brick!
Never, that's not like you.
It's been a while!
It has.
I haven't had much luck with bricks lately.
Let's have a look.
And I don't often find them on the seaside.
Oh, it's not whole, but it is not Regis, surely.
No.
Westerick? Yep, looks like Westerick. Oh, that's nice.
Put it up there, everybody have a look. Is it West Rick or West Eric? Ooh. And then we'll check on Google and find out when we get back. Do you want to see the rest of my finds?
Oh, let's have a look.
Okie doke, let's put that over there. I got some scrap.
All right.
It's
as
pretty
you do.
scrap.
No. And
A bit of cast.
one of those.
It's prettier from that side, see? Nice. Well, as I say, pretty is in the eye of the beholder, obviously.
While you're laying those out there, look what's right by the side of your stick. You see there, if you move your stick now, you've got a stone with ammonite in the stone. It's not my shadow. Look at that. They're just everywhere. They're so special, so magical, and yet just lying around the beach. So, what have you got then, Mr. Johnson?
I've got a little game of plain or pattern, but I've also got a few other things in my pocket.
Oh, right, let's see the things from your pocket then. Oh, look at that
When I say a few,
wow.
these are what I picked up as I strolled along the beach.
Look at that.
I've got to be honest, I love that one.
Oh, this is colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got a definite aqua to it, but that looks nice in the sunlight. And then I like that one. That looks beautiful.
Circle in the middle.
Bottom of the jar, probably. Just a circle
probably.
from the way it was moulded.
Very pretty though.
But it's now become something in its own right.
What's this here? There's a piece of some sort of china.
And I can't put that in plain or pattern because you've seen it now.
I know, we did. It's patterned. It's a stripy bit.
But
right, so...
nice selection of glass again.
Yep, very pretty. But now let's play plain or patterned.
Right then, what do you think? That one?
Patterned. Oh, it's plain.
No. Have a look. It's embossed.
Oh yes, embossed one to us.
That's right.
This one I'm going for patterned. That's
to me.
plain. This one I'm going for plain.
One to me.
Oh no, it's patterned.
Very pretty pattern actually.
It is, yes.
Lovely colours there.
Yep. And this one I'm going for patterned. Yep. It's only a very boring pattern, but it's patterned.
That's yours then.
Oh yes. This one I'm going for, oh I can see it's already embossed, so it's a bit of a cheaty one really. I don't know if that's a pattern or not. So
It is a pattern, yeah.
I think so.
That's a pattern.
Could be scratches, I thought. Go on then, since you thought it's a pattern, I'll have that one.
So it's as a decider, as a draw, do you win?
Patterned. And it's plain, well done.
It's 3 apiece.
Let's have a look again. There's the sea. And here's a little small area, so we'll see what we can see. And there's some copper. I'm sure Tom Birdie would like that copper to melt down. And there's some pretty glass, like green. We've got a spark plug, as you do. And let's have a look what else. There's a little tiny bit of blue glass. If it's glass you're after, wow, today's the day. There's loads of it. Was that a key? Oh no, it's off a door closure, I think. Something like that. And don't forget, shout if you see something, but not glass, otherwise you'll be shouting till you're hoarse. There's a little bit of blue china there. Really bit.
Excuse me, dear.
Yeah?
Would you like your grabber?
Oh, yes please.
We've left it behind.
I'll go without the grabber. Thank you. There's been a lot in the news lately about cliffs collapsing, and you can see the collapse on these cliffs. These bits here seem a lot safer because they're lower. There's already been a bit of a slide there. There's another slide there and another slide up there. What I don't like is if we move across and there have been no slides, so when that goes, a lot of earth and rock is going to come down. And this is my favourite area of the beach because you're much more likely to find obscure metal things. Oh, I can see an obscure metal thing already. Let's go have a look, see what it is. I think that's some sort of radiator or something. Or part of the car engine. You can find anything on this beach. Oh dear, I think that's attached to something heavy like an engine, so it'll stay there. But look at that, like pipes. I wonder what that is. It's a shame, I really like that. Never mind. I'll settle down later and pick up the sea glass because there's just so much of it. So we go have a look at the interesting things on my favourite bit of beach. We get so many bits of metal. Oh, we will pick up that bit of blue sea glass in case we miss it on the way back. Where's my son? There we go. What have we here? Do you think that went on a screw and sort of slid open to show the key? Or the keyhole? Could be, and there's a big lump of pot by it. Blue. Aha, is that an obscure piece of copper? Yes, I love obscure pieces of copper. Oh, I think that is a salt cellar. It's got a hole in the top. I think it's a salt cellar. Or am I barking completely up the wrong tree? One of those. Oh, it's F for Freddy. One of those. No idea what that is. Nope, it's baffled me.
Guess what I found?
A brick?
No. It's in my hand. And I can give one clue and everybody will shout the answer. What is a mudlark without...
Ridge pottery!
You bet. There it is.
Our ridge pottery. Oh, look at my hole in my gloves. I really will have to get my new ones in the car again.
I know, we packed the wrong pair.
We're not very organised today.
It's my fault. I'm not an organised person. I see a pink pair of gloves and think, oh, we got a pair in the car. And turned out it's the old pair. There we go.
Oh, look, while Phil's talking, I have spotted... Oh, that's the problem. I spotted so many things. There's some green sea glass, nicely rounded. There's more sea glass, nicely rounded. There's some blue sea glass, nicely rounded. And also, as you do, the car engine sticking out of the sand. It's amazing what you find. Why we've been busy mudlarking. I'm tired, I need a rest. So I'm going for a paddle. Do you want to come with me? Come on then, pop your wellies on and let's go in. Here comes the wave. Oh, it didn't quite reach us. Let's go in deeper. Woo! Now if you haven't got wellies, just pop your shoes off and come in with bare feet. That's very refreshing. Woo! Oh, here comes a bigger wave. I hope this doesn't go over the top of my wellies. Oh no! Oh, it's breaking. Right, now this is really disorientating. I'm going to turn around this way. And then when the wave comes in, it feels really weird. Woo! Coming from behind you like that doesn't feel normal at all. And there it goes. Oh, now wasn't that fun? Whoops, here comes another one. Woo! What a wonderful way to spend an hour. And what on earth is that? Oh, that's firmly stuck. That's not coming out. Here's some sea glass and a piece of tube. What else have we got here? You see china. This plane. So many things to see. The natural beauty of the stones, of the pebbles, of the seaweed, and also all the junky valuables. As valuable to me as an interested mudlarker, things like big chunky river glass, big chunky sea glass. Oh, is that a piece of something pretty? I don't know what it is. Oh, look at that! It's like part of Capodimonte, something like that. It's next to this. Do you think this is what it came off? No, I think this is a stone. That, very pretty. Ooh, that's nice as well. That's the prettiest bit of terracotta we've seen. I think it may be... It can't be the bottom of a plant pot because it's circular here, but yet it's on a square piece. Do you think that was just decorative? Or was it a plant pot? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. Tiny bit of green, bit of tile. So many things to see here. I could spend hours. I could bring bags and bags and fill them with sea glass. Not all smooth, but there is rather a lot of smooth. Oh, is that a spoon? No, it was only the end. I'd say that was possibly off an apostle spoon. No, it is an apostle spoon with the top missing.
Right, more finds.
Ooh.
Another handful.
Let's have a look what you got.
Okay, bring it from there perhaps.
Ooh, look, you've got some bits of copper. I love bits of copper.
Yes, look cute.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Lovely. Not sure what it was, but I like it. And let's look what else we've got there.
So this I found interesting because I think it's just a plain tile, but showed in the sunlight, I don't know if anyone else notices, but I keep seeing patterns and faces and goodness knows what in the washed thing. So
Could be.
Caught my eye as just being interesting for that reason. Then again, as I said, I'm focusing on glass on this visit, so I got some lovely bits again, which I'll be able to box up and send off to the States.
Yep, nicely rounded.
I've one last find to show you. It's either the sweetest little find or it's a silly little stone.
Go on then, put it in my hand. Oh, look!
Isn't it? It's a fossil, isn't it?
It is.
It's a tiny little fossil of a shell.
Oh, very nice.
So,
Well spotted.
so we may not be able to carry home a lot of the fossils we found today, But that little boot, that's my little treasure from this trip. And all of the wonderful sea glass, all of the other finds. I hope you've enjoyed being here on Lyme Regis Bay as much as we have. If you have, then give us a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you know anybody who'd enjoy a day out with the Johnsons, share the video with them. But most important of all, until the next time, have fun. Bye.
Bye.